This gate beckons as first sparks set way to a grand new beginning. We seem to have stumbled upon quite the sacred site. Its initial introduction is bound to feel calm and tranquil for the candid viewer. You notice how space is used within the work at hand. We see a placement in perfect center. This denotes it as a central focus, albeit distant in this dreamy display. We also see a stunning use of symmetry here. This creates a divine alignment of high harmony. Yet although this near symmetry is in perfect balance, these sparks seem to forge their own way. When we look at colors in this composition, we see that of blue and gold here. This creates what we would call a complementary color scheme with colors on either side of the color wheel. This contrasts each other. We see a yellowish gold accented against a main blue base. And looking at this work, we also see a sense of texture. This feels so realistic. We see how elements from the water's reflection to the flying sparks all convey an implied motion, adding a bit of energy to the work at hand as well. Yet what even is this place? When you first look at this work, you may mention a shrine or even a mausoleum, but regardless, it appears to be a dedicated destination where the architectural design feels sacred in some way. Of course, the title of this work as First Sparks is pointing to an initial genesis or the start of something. But what exactly is this? Is this a shrine? Is it a memorial? Or is it a place of birth? It's hard to say for sure, but the presence of fire points to a spirit of transformation in some way. First are the sparks and flares before the flame, much like the sight of a phoenix's rebirth. But perhaps most importantly, we see a door set in perfect center space. This draws the eye inward and makes it feel like everything revolves around this symbol. The door is no doubt a symbol of transition. Perhaps this could be symbolizing a portal to a new time, place, or even a higher state of being. But this door is separated by quite a bit of water. This makes it quite distant. Of course, you could not reach the door, or you could not reach the symbol of transition without having to go through the water, which could symbolize a struggle or a problem that needs to be solved of some kind. But would you answer the invite to transformation? Would you leave everything behind to be reborn once again? When we choose to change anything about our lives, that could certainly be seen as a transformation or a rebirth of some kind. You are renewing yourself and making yourself into a new being in so many different ways. But what do you see when you view this piece? Do you feel this sense of the calm and the tranquil, or does this kind of incite the imagination and get the heart going? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. The original artist, Stephan Vasement, is truly a career artist at this point, has had a few interviews online that could really give some good insights into the original artist's portfolio. The original artist often likes to create these very natural scenes, as you can see in various works that we have studied from him in the past. The piece before us is a product of the AI generative medium of expression, so generating these based on a prompt, creating the absolutely beautiful, calm, and highly symbolic aesthetic which stands before us. Really hope you'll enjoy today. We talked about so many different things, from a sense of symmetry in the canvas that is interrupted by these sparks, which imply a sense of motion as they flitter and flurry away. We also talked about how this door could symbolize a transition to a new state of being or a rebirth of some kind. We also talked about how it's rather distant, right? There's some water which separates us from this site, so you cannot reach this door or this gateway without having to travel or even struggle a little bit to get there. It's a very beautiful, highly symbolic work. I absolutely love it here. I really hope you'll enjoy it. If y'all enjoyed, go check out the original artist, Stephan Vasement. Truly a multidisciplinary and career artist, originated with some photography, but now primarily creates these beautiful AI generative works. You see a lot of inspiration from nature. There's no doubt about that. You can see this in various works that we have studied from him in the past. But once again, really hope you'll enjoyed. If y'all did, go check out the original artist, Stephan Vasement. My name's Apollo. This was Apollo Art Analysis, and I'll see y'all on the next episode.